Hello everyone. Several of you have noticed that I've went from red dots to LPVOs, and you want to know how I like them or what my thoughts. Here we go. Point blank, I'm going to knock 3 videos into one, so this is going to be a little longer. Why did I go to LPVOs from the red dot? I was liking to have more fun. I was trying to stretch my limits a little bit. The red dot, you just put that dot on it, know your hold over under, and have a good time. But the farther you went out, the little harder it got. I'm 55 years old, and I don't hold like I'm 20 or 30 or even 40 anymore. I do move around, so I decided to go to the LPVO for those out there shots, just to have fun. Dial it in, you can do all the math in your head, get it out there and put shots right where you want them. It's kind of fun. Get you out of your comfort zone. But here we go. On this response, I have the CV Life 1 and 6. So it has your standard turrets, elevation on top, windage on the side, and right here is the reticle illumination, which this one is red, and I can dial that illumination to bright to not very bright. I can tell you on the CV Life, it's like a 80% circle with a dot in it. Really good. I mean, I don't care if you're shooting 10 yards all the way out to 100 yards. It is really, really spot on. This is a really good LPVO I like. I'd show you their box, but it's just a plain white box, so there's nothing really to show. The glass is clear. And on this one, I find that the eye relief on it, when you open these up, is really good. I mean, I can come right up here just like I am, and everything's right on there. So it's got, like I said, the 80% circle with crosshairs in the middle with a dot in the middle, and that lights up. It has the focal planes on the sides and the bottom for windage and elevation, or if your target's moving, you know right where to crack the shot to hit them. I mean, it's a lot of fun like that, and we do use moving targets, so it's good to learn on that stuff. So there's a learning curve on all of these LPVOs. It's not like you can throw one on there and just go shoot and have a good time. You have to really set these up for wherever you shoot, because if I move this stock out and put it here, I just play a little bit with my eye box, my window. So I go one step in, is just where I kick it, and that's where I put that on here, and my eye box is there every single time. I mean, like I said, the glass is clear. From 1 power to 6 power, glass is clear. What I found out for me, the way my eyes work, is I can shoot 2 eyes open with the CV Life up to about 2 power. After that, I really have to close the left eye to really concentrate on it, because your eye sees 2 different images and they start getting kind of weird. Kind of gets nauseating, for lack of a better phrase. But after 2 power, I squint that one eye and do what I gotta do. I mean, they're a lot of fun. This particular one right here, I don't remember the name of it, but it's a CV Life 1 and 6 power. It was 200 bucks. I mean, my red dot was about that too. The Vortex Strike Fire, about 150 bucks. But these ones here, I really liked it. It actually amped up my game a little bit, kind of pushed my limits, my comfort zone. It was really fun. I don't normally shoot 500 rounds in a weekend, but with these things, you couldn't stop. It was really fun. So that's that in a nutshell right there. The turns are really noticeable. As you're clicking them, you'll feel it more than you will hear it, but they're right on. I didn't have any problems moving it. The dot inside is a half MOA, and your movement is a half MOA at 100 yards. So really, if you're 100 yards, it's a half MOA, 50 is a quarter inch, 25 is an eighth inch. And when you start getting into about 15 yards, about a 16th of an inch per click. And what I found when I was setting this up yesterday, it's fairly close. I would say it's probably closer to an eighth inch per click, because when I was moving them on the target, it kind of, the way I felt, was about an eighth inch per click at 15 yards. So either way, it was really good. I think I had them zeroed in under 20 shots. It was fairly easy. So that was just going out there, putting it on a point of impact target, shoot it, find it, start doing all the moves. Within 20 rounds, I had that thing spot on. Really good. Then I changed it because I did 25 yard zero and a 15 yard zero, and I went out to 50, 25, 10, 7, and 3 just to see where it is on the target. On both of them, then I picked which zero I wanted. I chose 15 for me. There's like I don't know if I told you, but most of my shooting is 50 yards and in. I do a lot of my own steel. I don't go have fun on competitions. I just go out and do myself. My daughter goes with me, friends go. We just have a good time. We don't care about the rest of that stuff. So that's what it was. Now, the FPC, I got a different one for it. I didn't buy the same one. This one here is the Panzer 1 in 10. Monstrum Panzer 1 in 10. It was $200 on their website. They're out of California, and designed here. Not given the name Panzer, German. It's not German made. It was designed in California and built in China, of course, like the rest of them. But it was really good. I liked it. There's some differences between this one and the CV Life. If I was to go to competition, I'd probably go to CV Life over the Panzer. But for me, this Panzer will be just fine. I'm going to leave it on my FPC. There it is again. You can see the name right there. It's a 1 in 10. Same thing with this one, about 2 power. I had to go to a 1 eye open versus 2. I mean, it was spot on, but I did notice some differences on it. When I set it for 25 yard zero and I pushed out the 50, that bullet, instead of being down the center, really went to the left. Don't understand that, didn't have a problem on this one. I'm gonna contact Monstrum on it and see what they say. But when I zero it at 25 and do the 15, the 10, the 7, and the 3, they're right down the middle. Obviously it's gonna be bullet drop, but they were right there. And then when I went from 25 to 50, it went way to the left. Don't think it was me, because I did the same thing with this one and it didn't go left, it stayed in the center. So I don't know what's going with that one. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna contact them. The Monstrum, the Panzer. Oh, that's one thing I should show you. The glass on it isn't quite as clear as the CV Life. It had a little bit of distortion to it, but it wasn't bad. You notice it though, but it wasn't bad. It's not something I'm gonna return just because of that. I liked it. But one cool thing on this one is, one of the reasons I bought it is I have German descent in my blood, so I saw the Panzer name, it's kind of cool. Your zoom right here, your power, those are tank treads. That was kind of interesting. And then if you see up here on the turrets, they're tank treads as well. Kind of cool on that one. But Monstrum, unlike CV Life, I didn't notice it on there, but Monstrum has a lifetime warranty on any defects or material workmanships. Don't know if that's kind of like Vortex, where you can go throw it down the street, return it to them, and they'll fix it for free. But they have a lifetime warranty, so if something goes out, you just send it back to them and they'll take care of it. So there you go. I went to LPVOs to be a little different and have a little bit more fun and make things a little more challenging. And that's exactly what I got out of it. They're fun. I caught myself using way more rounds than I wanted to. Like I said, this weekend we went through 500 and had a good time. So there we go. I mean, I can't complain. Both of these run $200 or just under, between $175 and $200. And I do think I got my money's worth out of them. They're working fine. These are just steel, target, play guns, have fun, call shots, that kind of stuff. So there you go. If you're looking for an LPVO and you don't want to go spend $1,000, $800, depending, like I said, depending on what you're using it on, like 223 or 556, I probably wouldn't use these ones. But this 9mm for what I'm doing, 50 yards under, having a good time with it, these are going to be just fine. And I use them every weekend. I teach with them, use them every weekend. So when I put a shot down there, they're going to go where I want them to go. So I'm not worried about looking like an idiot with these. I just know how to work them. and you will too if you get one, or whatever one you get. So I'll put the links to both of these in the narrative section down there, so you guys can see where I got them and a little more about them. But either one will work for you. But personally, out of both, I like the CV Life over the Panzer. But they're both pretty cool. I wish that Panzer one was a little bit more clear on the glass. I'd probably go to it. But the CV Life is actually beating it right now. Let me talk about the reticles on them. On the Panzer reticle, that one there, I can't show you on here, but if I can attach photos to the comments, I will do that because I have them. On this particular one, if you go to 1 power, all the way down here, and you look through it, it has your horizon lines with a circle and a dot right in the middle, and it has your bottom one. Has those, they're marked off for windage and elevation too, so you can figure out where those are at and where your shots are going and figure it out for your zero. But when you go to 1 power on the Monstrum, it is really small. It's probably a third of your window, but you go to 6 power, it stretches from all the way across and down. So the more power you add to it, the bigger that reticle inside there gets. On the CV Life, it stayed the same. It was the same whether it was 1 power all the way up to the tops, which was 6 power on that one. It stayed the same. But it, as in the CV Life, has like an 80% circle, bottom cut open, has a dot in the middle, has your horizon and your lower one, and they're marked off for windage and elevation as well. The reticles, I really like the Panzer reticle better than the CV Life, but they both have pros and cons. A lot of cons, too many to list here and to worry about, but I like both of them. The glass is better on the CV Life than the Panzer, but the Panzer reticle I like better than the CV reticle. So there you go. The only reason I like the Panzer reticle more is it was a little bit thinner, not quite as thick and pronounced. So putting precision shots on something like this FPC, I put 3 shots right on top of each other, literally through the same freaking hole. And I couldn't do that as well with it. I was putting them right there together, but it was wallering the hole out, where this one, because it's a smaller reticle, I was able to put 3 rounds through the same hole, 15 yards. I know that doesn't sound too bad or too hard, but couldn't really do it with this one. It was a little wallered out because the reticle is so much bigger and pronounced. For this one, the Panzer was more fine, thinner. So you decide what you want to use and try them. I bought these. These were not sent to me. I don't like that per se, because I want to say what I think about them. I don't want to jazz it up just because it was given to me. Most of those you have to send back anyways, and I have no interest in that. So you guys have a good day. If you have any comments, put them below and I'll try to help you. Bye.